Bem-vindos ao nosso espaço, um mergulho profundo nos assuntos mais interessantes de esportes, ciências e temas gerais do momento. Aqui você vai encontrar conteúdo de qualidade, com análises empolgantes e descobertas fascinantes que vão expandir seus horizontes. Nossa missão é trazer informação relevante de forma dinâmica e descontraída. Queremos que você faça parte dessa jornada incrível de conhecimento e diversão. Se gostar do nosso conteúdo, não esqueça de deixar seu like e se inscrever no canal para não perder nenhuma novidade. Ative o sininho também. Aproveite!
If you love science, don't forget to like and subscribe. For millennia, humanity has looked to the moon with a sense of wonder, mapping its phases and watching it pull the Earth's vast oceans into rhythmic tides. But while the ocean's tides are a spectacular display of gravitational force, a far more subtle, invisible tide is occurring right beneath our feet. Emerging scientific research suggests that the moon's gravitational pull isn't just tugging on the seas. It is actively interacting with the water inside living plants, triggering a cascade of biological responses that temporarily rewrite how plant DNA is expressed. This is the story of the epigenetic tide. To understand how this works, we must first look at what epigenetics actually is. Unlike classic genetics, which involves changes to the actual sequence of DNA, epigenetics refers to changes in gene expression. Think of DNA as a massive library of cookbooks. Your genes are the recipes, but epigenetic markers determine which recipes are actually cooked, when, and how often. These markers can turn genes on or off, dial their activity up or down, all in response to environmental stimuli like temperature, light, and, as we are now discovering, gravity. Every living plant is a column of water. From the deepest root tip to the highest leaf, water flows through microscopic vessels called xylem and phloem, and resides inside individual cellular vacuoles. While the gravitational pull of the moon on a single plant is mathematically minuscule, plants are incredibly sensitive biological systems. Researchers hypothesize that as the moon orbits the Earth, its shifting gravitational force creates ultra-weak mechanical forces inside the plant cells. This is known as mechanotransduction, the process by which cells convert physical, mechanical forces into chemical signals. When the moon exerts its peak gravitational pull, it causes microscopic fluctuations in the pressure of the fluid inside plant cells. This subtle movement is felt by specialized proteins embedded in the cell membranes. These proteins act like tiny stretch sensors. When they detect even the slightest pressure change, they send signals rushing toward the cell's nucleus. Once there, these chemical messengers initiate chromatin remodeling. Chromatin is the tightly packed structure of DNA and proteins inside the cell. By shifting this structure, the plant can expose certain genes to be read, or pack others away to keep them silent. In addition to chromatin changes, scientists have observed cyclical fluctuations in DNA methylation, a process where tiny chemical tags are added to the DNA molecule itself to block gene reading. Fascinatingly, these methylation patterns seem to rise and fall in harmony with the synodic lunar month, which lasts 29.5 days. During different phases of the moon, plants may express genes related to water absorption, cell wall elasticity, and even defense mechanisms quite differently, independent of sunlight or temperature. This lunar-driven genetic tuning has profound ecological implications. By responding to the lunar cycle, plants can synchronize their biological rhythms on a global scale. For instance, some species of plants synchronize their flowering times with the full moon, maximizing their chances of cross-pollination. Others use the predictable lunar cycle to prepare for periods of dry weather, adjusting their water conservation genes before the physical stress of drought even begins. This indicates that the moon acts as a silent metronome, keeping the botanical world in perfect, synchronized harmony. These discoveries are redefining our understanding of plant biology and space agriculture. As we prepare for long-term space missions and potential habitats on the Moon or Mars, understanding how plants respond to varying gravitational fields is critical. If plants rely on Earth-specific gravitational cues to regulate their epigenetic states, growing crops in low-gravity environments will require us to decode and perhaps artificially simulate these gravitational rhythms to keep plants healthy and productive. Ultimately, the epigenetic tide reminds us of the profound interconnectedness of our cosmos. We are not isolated entities living on a static rock. We, and the green world around us, are intimately bound to the celestial dance of the heavens. The next time you walk through a forest under the silver glow of a full moon, remember that the trees around you are not just bathed in moonlight. Deep within their cells, their very genes are gently shifting, dancing to the silent gravity of our cosmic companion. For more incredible facts like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.